As you may remember, when the GoPro Hero 12 was released, many people, including myself, couldn't help but feel a little bit disappointed by it. The fact is, it was a Hero 11 with the GPS removed, running a different firmware with some blue bits in the bodywork. In fact, you may remember from my original review, I kept mistakenly referring to it as GoPro Hero 11. Great comedy bit that. So now it's been 5 whole months since the GoPro Hero 12 was released. So has my opinion changed about this camera? Would I recommend that people buy this Hero 12, or will I keep saying, joke's on you, this is a Hero 11, this is the Hero 12? So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because this is DemonView's final opinion on the GoPro Hero 12. Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I do appreciate you tuning in, and in this video we're going to be looking at the GoPro Hero 12, and yes, it is a 12, 5 months on. And as a bonus, I'm going to tell you what GoPro has in store for customers this year, as confirmed by Nick Woodman himself during the investor relations call. The Hero 12. Yes, I have to admit, when it was first released, I was a bit disappointed. I was really expecting more from GoPro. I was expecting this 12 to be GoPro's defining moment. I mean, there were even rumors of a 1-inch sensor, which in all fairness came from a DJI related account, so it's like they were setting people up to be disappointed. Instead, what we got was a Hero 11 with the GPS removed and a camera running a different firmware. Now we'll break these down separately, talk about how this affects you, the customer. So let's start with the removal of the GPS chip from the Hero 12. Now for me and for many others, this was kind of a deal breaker. I mean, people were not happy that GoPro removed the GPS. Now, according to GoPro, very few people actually used GPS in their videos, so therefore GoPro decided to remove this feature. Well, is that actually true? Well, yes and no in my opinion. I love the GPS features on the GoPro cameras. I do actually use them quite a bit. However, I usually don't post videos with GPS on them. Why? Because most of the time the GPS information wasn't that accurate. And this is especially true in my case, where I had the GoPro mounted upside down on a camera wing, and, you know, the attitude was way off because the wing itself will be blocking the GPS signal and that altitude would actually be inverted. Now, it's not that people didn't want to use GPS, it's just that the GPS wasn't that great or reliable. GoPro also wanted the cameras to go head to head with the competition in terms of runtime, as well as reducing chances of overheating. So how do you do this? Simple. Reduce the amount of processing that the camera has to do and removing the GPS chip, and therefore no longer having to log all that GPS data and embed it in your video. Now you've just reduced that process and reduced that overheating and improved runtimes. Here's the kicker though. There are many users who complained about the removal of the GPS chip, yet when I took a look at the videos that they posted on their YouTube channels, they didn't have any videos with GPS data on them. So I think some people complained about the removal of this GPS chip. Probably more people complained about it than those who are actually affected by this decision. So let's talk about the new firmware that's on this GoPro camera. Now, GoPro didn't make any significant hardware changes other than the GPS removal. So what about that different firmware? Did it make a huge difference? Well, actually, I do have to admit, yes it did. While the camera may have more or less the exact same hardware as the GoPro Hero 11, the GoPro Hero 12 is actually a significant improvement compared to the Hero 11. So let's take a look at all the things the Hero 12 can do that the Hero 11 just can't. First up, we have variable bitrate recording. Yeah, the Hero 12 can actually use a variable bitrate compared to the Hero 11. This means that your recordings are often better looking and have an optimal bitrate in relation to what you're filming. Then we have the HDR recording, and this is a huge advantage for people who want to film and quickly upload footage to social media without having to spend a lot of time, editing and color grading their footage. Then we have GP log recording, and this one's interesting. I mean, for those of you who do spend hours, days, weeks, or even months color grading your footage, GoPro introduced GP log modes to make sure that you capture the flattest profile available from your camera. Then we have the Max Lens Mod 2.0. This not only took advantage of that 8:7 shape sensor by enabling a wider FOV, but now could provide 360-degree horizon lock in 4K. Then we have Bluetooth audio, and this is something that GoPro users have been requesting for years, and GoPro finally introduced this with the Hero 12. Then we have the Media Mod. Now, this is the same Media Mod that GoPro released for the Hero 9. It's compatible with the Hero 9, 10, 11, and 12, and it works pretty much in the exact same way across all the models. But don't forget that Hero 12 is running different firmware, and this allows it to use the Media Mod in a different way. So specifically, if you want the Hero 12 with the Media Mod, you can actually record with both the back and front shotgun mics at the same time. And this is great for those who are using their GoPro for interviews or recording vlogs and are pointing the camera at something but still want to be heard. There's a bonus though. If you use the Bluetooth audio with the media mod, the GoPro will not only record audio from the headset, it will also record audio from the media mod microphones and record each audio source as a separate audio file. And honestly, this is fantastic for those who want full control over the audio and for mixing it in post to balance all those sound levels. Timecode sync, another game changer for those of us who use multicam setups. With timecode sync, this means that any device that supports timecodes, you can now line them up quickly in your editor timeline and make sure everything matches and is in sync. Again, a huge bonus for anyone that uses multiple cameras or even audio recorders with time sync capability. And then one more thing that GoPro introduced for the Hero 12, and that was something that people really did want for the longest of times, and that was renameable presets. Now, you couldn't rename the default presets that were actually on your camera, but you could create new presets and have them have a custom name, and that is something that people really did want. So now the big question, is it worth it? Do I recommend that people buy this camera? Well, here's my honest to God thoughts on the matter. Yes, I do recommend the GoPro Hero 12 as a worthwhile buy, with some caveats. I mean, if you absolutely have to have GPS information in your footage, then yeah, there's no question, the Hero 12 is not for you. Kinda. I mean, if GPS is just a fun toy, then there are other ways to log GPS information, such as free phone software or using an actual GPS tracker. I mean, racing professionals aren't going to use a GoPro GPS information to record their track times, or at least they shouldn't be, because they should be using professional telemetry solutions that's going to integrate with their car or bike systems to record gear changes, acceleration, track position, etc. Now, if you own a Hero 11, this is a 12, this is 11, upgrading to a 12 may not seem like a huge leap, and as it pretty much offers the exact same resolutions and frame rates. However, the ability to record HDR video and use the 4K Max Lens Mod 2.0 is going to make a huge difference. I mean, from my perspective, I've owned the Hero 9, Hero 10, Hero 11, and now the Hero 12. And the camera I tend to grab going out the door, it's the Hero 12. It's my daily camera, and yeah, I'm stunned with the quality and the reliability of the Hero 12. And I admit, I was disappointed by its release initially, but once you start using the camera, you'll realize that yes, and I begrudgingly admit this since I hate contradicting my own original opinion, that yes, it's worth the purchase. Okay, so with that, onto the bonus section of this video. What does GoPro have in store for 2024? Well, rather than subject you to baseless rumors, I'm going to share with you the information that's been confirmed by Nick Woodman himself during the investor relations calls in both February and the one from last November. So first off, we can expect to see 4 new cameras from GoPro this year. Now, we do know that GoPro release a new mainstream camera every year around the September timeframe, so one of those models will be the GoPro Hero 13 Black. Now, Nick Woodman also did say that a new entry-level camera would release mid-2024. Obviously, GoPro want to target that sub-$300 market, so I would expect this camera to be based upon the Hero 12 platform, but, with less photo and video modes. But, an entry-level camera, probably around the $150 to $200 range, more likely the $200 range. So that leaves 2 other cameras, and what could they possibly be? Well, you remember that Nick Woodman did confirm that the GoPro Hero Max 2 was in development and that it would be worth waiting for. Now, there was a kind of quickly removed press leak last year in March or so when it was revealed that the Max 2 will be using the GP2 chip and that they were trying to push frame rates and resolutions while redesigning the cooling process. So it could be very possible that we see the GoPro Max Hero 2 this year. And it would also explain the lack of hardware upgrades to the Hero 12 because simply put, all the efforts by the design team was on the Hero Max 2. Therefore, it was up to the software team to upgrade the Hero 11 to a Hero 12 with a firmware update. And to me, that makes sense. So that leaves 1 more camera. What could it be? Now, if I have to guess, it would either be a Hero 12 Mini or a Hero 12 Bones. Now, the last Bones camera that came out was a Hero 10 Bones. This was aimed at FPV pilots who wanted to get cinematic footage from their drones. Lots of people liked it, but it was very much a niche camera. However, GoPro did state last year that they wanted to concentrate more on niche markets. The camera could also be a Hero 12 Mini. The Hero 11 Mini sold quite well, but it did have reported issues, mainly concerning that built-in battery failing, and the whole camera had to be sent back to GoPro. Now, GoPro may have taken the time to correct these issues, maybe even have a removable battery for the Hero 12 Mini, and if so, I can imagine that camera being a lot more attractive to a lot more people. So there you have it, folks, my honest opinion on the GoPro Hero 12 and what GoPro has in store for 2024. So hey, let me know what you think about the GoPro Hero 12 and what you think GoPro could have in store for customers this year, and make that in a comment down below. In the meantime, hope you have a great week, and until next time, cheerio.